Let's look at how to draw a valid trend line. Yes, in an uptrend, of course, we know we have two trends. It is a trend line, which is it is a word coming from trend. We have uptrend and downtrend, and both in uptrend and downtrend, trend lines are drawn differently. Most people make mistakes when they are drawing their trend lines. This is how you should draw best trend lines. In an uptrend, a trend line is drawn downside of the trend. Downside of the trend, yes, like this. We come here and pick the trend line, then you draw it downside of the trend like this. Downside of the trend. You understand that? Then in this is an uptrend. Then in a downtrend, it is drawn upside part of the trend like this. One, you should first master that before you draw your valid trend line, because as we know, trend lines act as support and resistances. Yes, support and resistances. So we always look at, remember, in an uptrend, we are trending, we look for buys. So we always use this trend line as a support, so as to get buy orders. Then in a downtrend, we always use this trend line as a resistance, so as to get sell orders. Remember, we buy during uptrend and sell during downtrend. Yes. Then some people look at this. If you have seen, we draw our trend lines like that. Then another criteria that you should follow when you're drawing your trend line, it should at least touch two swings. You get two swings or two major levels. What do I mean? If we have a level, maybe this is an uptrend. Now we have a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It should at least touch these two higher lows, so that the third one is the one that confirms the trend line, and then you start using that one as a valid trend line for trading. You understand? Even here, we should first see that it can touch two swing lower highs. Then this third one confirms that the trend line is valid. Then you can start using it for trading. What do I mean? If our trend touches these two, we draw it like this. Then we wait for this one also to confirm the trend line, to come and retest here on the trend line, and it keeps valid, so as to confirm that you can use this one as a trading line. Yes. Then this one also, we should confirm this, touch two, then the third one comes to confirm. You understand? It should at least, yeah, some people can consider 3 touches on the trend line, but it's better you consider 2, then the third one to confirm. Then we start making that one as a valid trend. And another thing is that a trend that has been tested more times is stronger than a trend line that has not been tested many times. And a good trend can take, yeah, at least above 3 months. Yes, we can call that one a valid, maybe trend line for uptrend or a downtrend. Yes, that's it. Then yeah, another thing is that when we are drawing these trend lines, there are trend lines which are stronger, some are weak. Of course, a good trend line should be at least at an angle of 45. What do I mean? Let's say that this is our horizontal line. Then our trend line, I'm going to just estimate. If we have a trend line which is like this, I can assume that is 45%, 45 degrees. This one is the best trend line we can use. But if you find yourself having a trend line which is more slanting like this, almost flat to the bottom, this one is not a valid trend line. It is a weak trend line. Anytime the market can break this, even sometimes when you find this one, we have a very steep trend line like this. It means the market is rallying, the market is pumping. So that trend line is not a better one. the better one you can consider and take it for trade is this. And these trend lines, they usually last for short period of time. These ones, they usually last for short period of time. Yes, so the best trend line you can use is this, the one that is at an angle of 45. Yes, how do we use trend lines as supports and resistances? If this is now, I can delete this, I can delete this. We can use trend lines for what? For getting trades. If this one come, if we have a trend line like this, and we see the market is testing here, of course we have 2 points where it is touching, and we see the market come to test here. You get, come to test here. We expect this market to rebound back to form a new higher high. So when the market come and test our trend line and it doesn't violate the trend line, we confirm that now we can get buy orders. Where will be our stop? Where will be our target? Sorry, our target will be here. Of course, even up you draw there a line. You understand? A line to get from that channel. Of course, now you start trading within this channel. In case now it breaks below this trend line, it means we are now going downwards. But before you confirm that it has gone down, at least let it stay below our trend line for 2 days. You get? Mark my words very well. Let it stay down the trend for 2 days. At least there you confirm a trade that is valid for you to use those trend lines. Hope you get me clearly. The same that happens here happens for the downtrend, looking for the valid trends. Let me give you an example on BTC. On BTC, and go to 1 day. You know, for my, I'm a person of higher time frames. We shall see a very good trend line that confirmed an uptrend. Yes, now we are live on charts. We are live on charts. Are we seeing this? We are seeing we have this swing and this swing and this swing. And another thing that I've not told you is that when we are doing our trend lines, we consider these wicks also, because they are part of the candlesticks that took place in the price movements. So some people consider the bodies of the candlesticks, but it's better you also consider wicks of the candles. Yes, I can draw now my trend line here, and you see how varied it was, and how it changed the things, and how it changed the trend. You can see. Are we seeing that? This is the first point, the second point, the third point, and now the trend was what? It was varied. And when the market broke above it, it stayed above it for more than 2 days, and we are seeing the market pushing higher. We are seeing the market pushing higher. So here, and another thing, we combine trend lines with different price actions. We combine trend lines with different price actions and price patterns to confirm trades. You see here, the trend line was broken on a what? On a resistance, which is now acting as a support. Here you could confirm that you can get buy, you can press buy orders as per now, and you see how far the market has moved. Yes, that's what I had for you for today on trend lines. Please watch the video on YouTube, TikTok, follow, subscribe for more information. See you.